Freedom is the only valid goal in life. We get it by ignoring things that are beyond our control. Imagine for a moment that you are walking through a world where your every move and success is shadowed by an insidious force that not only wants what you have, but wishes to undermine the very essence of your achievements. It's not the plot from a dystopian novel. It is a reality for those who are entangled in the web of jealousy and narcissistic envy. But why focus on such a heavy subject, you may ask? Because understanding is the first step towards liberation, towards healing. In the realm of emotions, jealousy is a guest familiar to the human experience. It is complex, often uncontroversial. However, when we turn our gaze toward narcissism, jealousy transforms into something much darker and more destructive. It becomes the reflection of deep insecurity, the manifestation of a profound feeling of inadequacy. This is not a passing jealousy sparked by a friend's new car or the promotion of a colleague. No, this is a jealousy that seeks to diminish, to control, and to destroy. Now let us ground ourselves with some Stoic wisdom. The Stoics, with their deep understanding of human nature, teach us the importance of focusing on what is within our control and letting go of what is not. They remind us that the path to tranquility involves understanding the external world as it truly is. Imagine applying the grounding principles of Stoicism to the whirlwind of narcissistic jealousy. It means recognizing the storm, but choosing not to be swept away by it. It means seeing a narcissist's envy not as a reflection of your worth, but as a mirror of their inner disorder. In this exploration, we are not simply examining the psychology of narcissism. We are journeying to the heart of human emotion, examining the intersection where insecurity meets aggression. And as we navigate these turbulent waters, we will turn to Stoic philosophy for guidance, anchoring ourselves amid the storm. As we embark on this exploration together, I invite you not to skip any part of this video so that you can gain a complete understanding. And if you find this journey meaningful, consider subscribing so you can continue exploring ideas that illuminate the human experience. Narcissism, often misinterpreted as simple vanity or self-centeredness, reaches far deeper into the human psyche than most people realize. It forms a complex web of desires, fears, and wounds, often rooted in feelings of inadequacy or neglect. Now, let us introduce Stoicism into this discussion. Stoicism, a philosophy that emphasizes inner tranquility and the importance of distinguishing between what we can control and what we cannot, offers a powerful lens through which we can understand narcissism. Imagine approaching narcissistic behavior from a Stoic perspective, viewing it not as a personal attack, but as a reflection of another person's inner turmoil. The Stoics remind us to focus on our own reactions and perceptions. They suggest that our peace lies not in trying to change the narcissist, but in managing how we respond to them. Within the narrative of narcissism, we often encounter individuals whose sense of self is deeply dependent on how others perceive them. Their self-esteem becomes tightly bound to external validation, making them extremely sensitive to criticism. This sensitivity is not simply an aversion to criticism, something common to many people. This sensitivity is not simply an aversion to criticism common to many. It's a deep-seated fear that without constant validation, one's self-worth is in danger. Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius or Epictetus might advise us to turn inward when we are confronted with narcissistic behavior. They would encourage us to cultivate our inner citadel, our inner strength, by strengthening resilience and compassion, not only for our own well-being, but also as a way to gracefully handle the difficult behaviors of others. By understanding narcissism, Stoicism teaches us the value of empathy and the importance of maintaining balance in the face of provocation. Understanding narcissism, therefore, is not just about diagnosing or labeling behaviors. It is about deepening our understanding of human vulnerability and the many ways in which it can manifest. It is about seeing the person behind the facade, recognizing that their need for admiration reflects a search for something that all human beings seek in different forms: acceptance, love, and security. Through a Stoic perspective, we are reminded that our power lies not in changing others, but in cultivating our own inner strength, empathy, and resilience. At the heart of narcissistic envy lies a complex interaction between an inflated but fragile ego and a deep sense of inadequacy. This envy is not the ordinary jealousy that most of us experience from time to time. It is a deeper, more pervasive emotion, one that not only desires what others possess but also resents them for having it. It is this mechanism of narcissistic envy that we will examine more closely, exploring its depths and nuances while considering how Stoic principles can help us understand and manage it. Narcissistic envy fundamentally stems from a profound feeling of inadequacy and a fear of being perceived as inferior. It is not merely about wanting someone else's success, beauty, or possessions. Rather, it reflects a deeper dissatisfaction with oneself and the belief that external achievements can fill an internal void. Narcissists often view life as a zero-sum game, where one person's gain is automatically another person's loss. This mindset reflects a scarcity mentality that intensifies their desire and resentment. The Stoics, ancient philosophers who emphasized inner peace and the importance of focusing on what we can control, offer valuable insight into this phenomenon. They would likely interpret narcissistic envy as a misguided attempt to obtain external validation in order to soothe internal turmoil. Marcus Aurelius, for example, reminds us that true value comes from our character and actions, not from the fleeting opinions of others or the material possessions we accumulate. This Stoic idea suggests that by focusing on developing our virtues and internal resources, we can cultivate a more stable sense of self-worth and fulfillment. As a result, we reduce the need to compare ourselves with others. To understand the mechanisms of narcissistic envy, it is essential to recognize the role of comparison and competition. Narcissists frequently compare themselves with others in nearly every area of life, from professional achievements to personal relationships. This constant comparison fuels their envy because there will always be someone who appears to be doing better in some way. Stoicism teaches us a different approach. We should compare ourselves only to our past selves, striving for personal improvement rather than attempting to surpass others. This focus on personal growth and introspection can reduce the destructive effects of envy by shifting our attention away from what others possess and toward what we ourselves can become. The Stoic practice of reflecting on what truly matters in life also serves as a counterbalance to the narcissist's focus on external validation. By recognizing that external achievements and possessions are indifferent things that do not define our moral virtue, Stoicism encourages us to find satisfaction in our own progress and resilience. The mechanisms of narcissistic envy reveal a deep struggle with self-esteem and a mistaken belief in the importance of external validation. Through Stoic philosophy, we can recognize the value of turning inward, focusing on personal growth and understanding the intrinsic value of our character and actions. Examining jealousy and narcissistic envy not only helps us understand the roots of this destructive emotion, but also offers a path to overcome its impact, both for those who suffer from it and for those who are affected by it. Jealousy and narcissistic envy are not simply emotions experienced internally. They often manifest through behaviors and actions that can significantly affect relationships and social dynamics. Understanding how these feelings are expressed by narcissists requires a deeper look into the complexities of their interactions with the world and with others. Their expressions of jealousy and envy frequently arise from deep insecurity and a constant need for affirmation and superiority. Narcissists may express these emotions in ways that are either subtle and manipulative or openly aggressive. A common tactic involves undermining the achievements of others. This can appear as a seemingly harmless backhanded compliment or as direct criticism intended to diminish someone else's success. The objective is twofold: to elevate themselves through comparison and to plant doubt about the accomplishments of others, thereby reclaiming the admiration and validation they desire. Another expression of narcissistic envy involves imitation. In these cases, the narcissist attempts to replicate or surpass the achievements of those they envy. This imitation is not meant as admiration, but as a competitive strategy designed to prove their own worth while diminishing the value of the original accomplishment. Such behavior can appear in professional environments, for example, when a narcissist takes credit for someone else's ideas, or in personal relationships, where they imitate hobbies or interests of those they perceive as rivals. Through a Stoic perspective, these behaviors highlight the importance of focusing on what lies within our control, our thoughts and our actions. Stoicism teaches that true value arises from living a virtuous life, not from the opinions of others or temporary achievements that may provoke envy. This philosophy encourages individuals to seek validation and inner peace within themselves rather than relying on external approval. This approach stands in stark contrast to the narcissistic mindset. Stoicism also offers a path toward compassion both for ourselves and for those trapped in narcissistic jealousy. It reminds us that envy and jealousy often reflect deep internal turmoil and insecurity. With this understanding, we can approach such situations with empathy, recognizing the pain behind these destructive behaviors. This does not mean excusing their actions. Rather, it allows us to view them through a lens of understanding, helping us manage our reactions while preserving our peace of mind. In relationships, with narcissists especially when their jealousy manifests in harmful behavior, Stoicism advises us to maintain our integrity, focus on our own path of growth, and detach our self-worth from the judgments of others. This Stoic perspective not only shields us from the emotional impact of narcissistic behavior, but also guides us toward a more peaceful and resilient way of living. By recognizing how narcissists express their jealousy and envy, and by applying Stoic wisdom, we can navigate these challenges with grace. We preserve our inner peace and continue moving forward on our path of personal growth and fulfillment, unaffected by the turbulence of external comparisons and judgments. Dealing with narcissistic envy requires a nuanced approach combining self-awareness, clear boundaries, and a deep understanding of the narcissist's motivations. It is a journey that involves recognizing their behaviors for what they truly are, a manifestation of their insecurities, and responding in a way that protects your well-being while minimizing conflict. First, it is essential to recognize the nature of narcissistic envy. This is not simply jealousy over material possessions or achievements. It is a deeper desire for qualities, relationships, and perceived success that the narcissist feels are lacking in their own life. Understanding this can help you realize that their words and actions are not truly about you. Instead, they are reflections of their own internal struggles. Remember that Stoicism encourages us to remain in control of who has access to our lives and how others' actions affect us. It can also be helpful to maintain a sense of compassion toward both yourself and the narcissist. From a Stoic perspective, everyone walks their own path, facing their own inner battles. Viewing the narcissist through this lens does not excuse their behavior, but it can reduce the emotional impact on you. It allows you to see the humanity behind their actions and respond with empathy rather than anger or retaliation. Stoicism also reminds us to focus on what truly matters: our character, our actions, and our responses to the world around us. In the context of managing narcissistic envy, this means prioritizing your well-being, caring for yourself, and cultivating supportive and authentic relationships. It means building a life that reflects your values and finding satisfaction in personal growth rather than in external validation. Finally, seeking support from friends, family, or professionals can provide additional perspective and effective coping strategies. Just as the Stoics valued community and shared wisdom, leaning on a supportive network can strengthen your resilience and remind you of your worth regardless of the narcissist's opinions or behavior. Dealing with narcissistic envy is therefore not about changing the narcissist. It is about strengthening your inner resilience, maintaining healthy boundaries, and focusing on your own growth and well-being. By applying Stoic principles to this challenge, you can navigate these complex dynamics with grace and maintain your inner peace. As we conclude our exploration into the darker realms of jealousy and narcissistic envy, it becomes clear that these emotions, although difficult, offer opportunities for deeper understanding and personal growth. Throughout this journey, we examined the psychology behind narcissistic envy, explored its expressions, and discovered strategies to cope with it. We also turned to the timeless wisdom of Stoicism as a guide through these emotional storms. This journey highlights the importance of inner resilience, the strength of empathy, and the value of maintaining peace within ourselves even when confronted with external turmoil. Stoic philosophy, with its focus on virtue, self-control, and perspective, has served as our anchor throughout this discussion. It reminds us that true contentment comes from within, from our ability to remain grounded in our values and maintain composure in the face of adversity. Stoicism teaches us that although we cannot control the actions or feelings of others, we always retain the power to control our own responses. This wisdom becomes especially valuable when dealing with the complex dynamics of narcissistic envy. It enables us to rise above petty jealousy, recognize the larger perspective, and find comfort in our own journey of self-improvement and integrity. In the vast tapestry of life where shadows intertwine, with light understanding and resilience shine the brightest. Thank you for joining us on this exploration through the complexities of narcissistic envy, guided by the steady light of Stoicism. Together, we navigated the stormy waters of the human mind and discovered that true strength does not lie in the storm itself, but within us. As our paths part for today, I invite you to continue this journey of discovery. On your screen, you will find suggested videos, each one a new beacon illuminating the path toward wisdom and inner peace. Choose one and continue exploring the depths of understanding and compassion with us. Thank you for being an essential part of this journey. Your presence and dedication transform simple words into a shared experience of growth and insight. Until next time, remember, when faced with narcissistic envy or any challenge in life, your greatest power lies in your response, your character, and your unwavering commitment to growth and virtue. Let us continue to learn, share, and grow, guided by the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and strengthened by our shared pursuit of understanding and resilience.